everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. This is a game that everyone around the NFL has been talking about all week. These teams both come in undefeated, both having phenomenal seasons up to this point. What a heavyweight battle we have on our hands here. It's the Giants going up against the Chiefs.
Larry, as always, it is a frenzied atmosphere inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Kansas City Chiefs. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. In motion, Hill. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. He's going to look deep down and got his man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And some room to maneuver. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Here's Webb. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On 2nd down, Webb. Flushed out right. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. These say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad, yeah.
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. He's going to air one out. This is intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now a first down throw. Webb. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. To throw, Webb. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in there, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
And now here comes Kansas City. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So the offense has it 1st and 10. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Let's go. Green 39. Detroit.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
So following the penalty, now 1st and 5.
Here we go. No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Hurry up. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Here we go. Leopard. Hurry up. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Set.
Mahomes now on 1st down. It's caught by Mike Evans. A big hit. Knocked out sideways. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Detroit. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Well, he's in the MVP race, no doubt. Last year, Zeke finishing 3rd, Fournette trying to better that.
Love his body control. Love how he's physical yet fluid when he runs his routes. And that's why he finds himself open so often.
Picking up where he left off in that great performance a week ago. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. To throw again, Webb. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. To throw on third down. Webb toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. First down, it's Webb. That one taken in by Carlos Henderson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. First and 10, Webb. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. Second down now after the incompletion. Throwing again. Webb. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
And he spots Henderson open left side. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a fourth down now. And Parkey's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Here we go now. Green 39, Green 39.
They run the counter now on first down. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall near the 42. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hill. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this carry now is productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on third. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. Now
a handoff looking right, and he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long.
Here we go now.
Webb now from the gun. Got some room at the 30. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
All right, here we go. 3-19. All right, now look at 57.
Throwing on first down. Webb. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On third down, Webb. Over the middle, complete. That's McKenzie. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. On first down, Webb. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On first and 10, Webb. And this is caught at the 8. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 6-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Here we go now.
Now Foreman, and a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. To throw on second down, here's Webb. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was top.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
The Giants on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Webb now. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Off play action, it's Webb. Buying time to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And ready now for 2nd and 9. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the 3rd quarter. Because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. B.J. Goodson in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
All right, here we go. Green, Leopard.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
But that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Here's the Chiefs punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Here we go now.
The drive starts with Foreman on the ground. And some room to roam now. And he's into the clear. The 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. 91 yards. And the Giants are in for 6. So their backs were against the wall, deep back in their own territory, and they run it all the way down into the end zone.
That takes a lot of coordination for an offensive team, doesn't it? Because, let's face it, it's really not a surprise that they're going to run the ball in that situation. Backed up that close to their own end zone, you usually do call running plays, trying to be safe. Instead, it turns into an electrical run, a bolt for your team, and off he goes to the races.
And this is going to be incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And they'll run it here. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard. And he lost 6 there on the first down play.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
All right, here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Over. Gun.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's going to go down for a 4th time today, and this time the result is a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Throwing on first down. Webb. Wide open receiver complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field, so it's great sight lines for him. And when they show their numbers back to the quarterback, when they sit down right there, that should be pitch and catch.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Here we go now. Gun!
On first down, Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed.
Set! Green, 39! Green, to All right, now, look at 56. All right, now, look at 56.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Second down following the run.
Set! Green, 39! Green!
They'll run with Foreman. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Hurry up, here we go.
Play clock winding down. Now they'll run it on the toss. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
All right, now, look at 56. Leopard! All right, here we go.
Looking to throw on second down. Webb to Shepard, complete over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The 15 yards there on the catch and run. Here's Foreman. Room to run past midfield. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Giants add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
It's a gain of 7, and they're going to have a third down.
Let's go. Gone.
Mahomes going to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 7 yards on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. 2nd down following the incompletion. And again, it's Mahomes. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Wade. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down.
Let's go.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Here we go now.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Set. 3, 9, back 99, Philly. Here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. He may try and run for this. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Going for it has paid off twice already on this drive. Can they convert again on fourth down? Let's see.
Here we go now. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey.
Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 36. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now a first down throw. Webb. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Carlos Henderson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Now Webb. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
Let's go. Blue landed. Over. Now, here we go. Check. Victory night. Watch it now. Party.
On 3rd and 2, Webb. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Hurry up. Here we go. Leopard.
Mahomes now on first down. To the right side, it's Kelsey. A gain of 6 there on first.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. It's Kelsey on the ground, and he's brought down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Back 99, Philly. Here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far. Nothing going right offensively.
Let's go. No. Here we go now. No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on fourth down. Let's see what's in store here.
Green 30. No. Check. Patriot.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are going to get the football back. And now out come the Giants. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A run by Foreman to start the drive. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. They run again with Foreman, and he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with third down and just a yard to go. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this